NCAA tournament, NIT tournament, CBI tournament. Get your brackets out, people. Let's have some fun. And before we get to fun times, where we at? We streaming live here on the interwebs. Let us see. There we are. Winner Free Picks page underway. Excellent. YouTube Winner Free Picks channel. If you're not following the YouTube channel, I don't know what you're doing. Get on that Winner Free Picks page, people. There we go. Look at that guy. Nice shaved head, shiny head, and nice little polo shirt. No t-shirt today. We're getting fancy. Fancy Nancy's. All righty. So, tournament show, bracket. Some people want to know bracket stuff. We'll do a bracket. Let's get on it. Christopher, how are you today? Jersey here. Stand up. What's up? I'm not standing up. I'm not wearing any pants. That's how we roll, Kenny. We're wild people here in Jersey. Well, of course, I got my basketball shorts on with a nice polo on. That's how we roll. Should I button this up? Should I be a little more professional? Top buttoned? Maybe put a little tie on for the show. Or we're Jersey. I should bling out. Have like a piece of Taylor ham hanging around my neck. Good for you, Kenny. I actually got buried on Toledo. I didn't think Richmond was going to show up. They haven't shown up all year. So I'm like, screw Richmond. Give me some Toledo. And it cost me. I specifically went to FanDuel today. That's why there was really no afternoon show. I went to FanDuel. They had a deposit bonus. And so I go up there to shitty Meadowlands. I wait an hour. And I'm like, okay, I'll give you $500. I love Taylor ham. So I give him $500 to get my $250 match. And I'm like, well, you've never made a deposit with us. I said, of course not, because your app doesn't work on my phone. It says I don't live in New Jersey. I've only been here for 45 years, but apparently I don't live here. It doesn't work on my desktop. I got 9,000 geolocators, and I still can't. It doesn't find me for BetMGM or Topeka or WinBet or DraftKings. Nothing. I can't do anything on my my computer. I'm not in New Jersey. Apparently, I could swim in the Atlantic Ocean in 20 minutes, but I don't live in New Jersey. So I go up there, and they're like, "Oh, you get $1,000 free bet." So I'm like, $1,000, no risk. What should I drop this on? And it was, obviously it was a toss up between the two games tonight in the NIT. And I like Western Kentucky. I like Toledo. I said, you know what? This Richmond line keeps going up here. Let me grab me a little Toledo here. I like, Richmond, I didn't think was going to show up. They haven't shown up all year. They cost us in the 8th tournament. And of course, it's a loser. And, well, you know what? I shouldn't, who knows? Maybe Western Kentucky goes down tonight for us, too. I mean, I had Toledo. They were winning the first half, 38-32. You think, great. They were up by 10. You figured they'll pull away. Western Kentucky in the same boat here, 38-31. Just frustrated. And then to add insult to injury, all the plays on picks and parlays. Now, and on Winner Free Picks, I know some of you have bought the 3-pick pass, and other people have other packages with me. I always say, get the weekly. Don't wait to game day. I put the games in right away. And as I loaded up all my packages today for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I see that all the times are listed at 12 a.m. So my tomorrow picks all go off the board at 12 a.m. So that means at 12:15, you see all my plays listed, and that's the whole day. And then it's on Friday at, basically Thursday night at 12:02 a.m. You'd see every pick of mine. And so then they all get deleted and they get reloaded. And of course, all the lines are, totally different than when I put them out on Monday, because I don't bet a tip-off. Who the hell bets a tip-off and gets bad numbers? Not me. Not me. I had Toledo a pick on my Toledo -2. It ended up at 5. I mean, just to throw out, I had a total in the one of the tournament games. It was a 5-point line move. Wonderful. Other games, 2-3 points across the board. Every game I had to re-put in today, half of them had moves in the other, where I'm not on the best number now. I had a good number on Sunday night and Monday, and then by today, that number is not where I want it to be. Anyway, that's my venting, so I'm a little annoyed today. A little annoyed. Just spend a freaking another hour, 2 hours, loading up games, and then to reload everything up again. Pain in the butt. All right, Kenny. I get you. I'm saying you're here. I understand. I get it. Taylor Ham's the best. We don't call it pork roll. You're some kind of psychopath called that. It's Taylor Ham. That's all it is. Absolutely. Orlando's in the house. How are you today? Yeah, Toledo totally screwed us. And and just to add insult to injury, this freaking Richmond team, it screwed me all freaking year. You're out. Your top guy's out. Your second leading scorer's out. Also, your best defensive guy's out. Like you just lose guys, and you go in, you lose by 10. Freaking Toledo. I mean, what happened? Hey, look, we're up at the half, and things are good. Like how many times have we seen that from teams this year? Holy crap! Go to hell, home Toledo. Stay in the freaking MAC. You're crap. Make me sick to my stomach. Chris is in the house. How are you today? Yeah, that I'm wearing a tie. Maybe at a let's say maybe a funeral, but I wouldn't wear a tie at a funeral. I'm probably just going khakis and a black button down, just like this, khaki pants, and maybe throw on a pair of shoes. Maybe shoes, maybe. I don't even know. Ottawa puck line, huh? I don't even know what the hockey did today. I'm just so frustrated. Just a frustrated day today. Last couple, I like just it started out with that crap at freaking FanDuel, pissed me off at 10:30 this morning, and then it just continued on to the last couple hours trying to load things up. That gets frustrating. Rangers are rolling, huh? Took that over 6. I guess that's a winner. I wasn't even sure. I had to double check. Where are we at here on the Rangers puck line? Looks pretty good. I think you're safe. You have Rangers puck line. I don't know. Call me crazy. Rangers puck line looks good right now. Hey, Chanel, how are you today? Austin's in the house. Yeah, freak it till I'm so pissed. And listen, you heard me talk about Richmond. Even when we had them in the A10, I'm like, this team, where's no heart? And then they see their guys go out. I'm like, they're going to mail this in like nobody business. Yeah. Took that right. Terrible. You got Mary's, huh? All right. Well, hey, I'm on the other way. So the way my first halves have been going, the teams don't show up in the second half, so you might have a winner. I'm just frustrated right now, so it might be a little negative Nelly. Nets hit, no Kyrie. I saw Harden prop was like total for his points, assists, rebounds was like 48 and a half. What did he get? Did he hit that? Did he get it? I'm looking it up here. Harden. No. Or did he get it? Oh, 40 point. Yeah, 40, 15 triple double. Of course he did. Of course he did. I'm not a big player prop guy, but there was like some degenerate I was talking to in FanDuel the line, and holy cow, dude, the wackos. This was like it was like the Mos Eisley's bar scene at Star Wars coming into Meadowlands at 10 in the morning. All you need music up there. Do, 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 do. Like it was, man. So I'm talking to this one cat online. He was just loves player props. I'm like, I'm not a big player prop guy. Told him I like Toledo today. I said I like Toledo in Western Kentucky. So he says he does all types of like two player. He tries to find like 6, 7, like I don't think he said 8,000. I don't know. He had a mascot. I could understand. But like he just goes on to like some random guy to score like 30 points. It just puts $10 on him. He's like, I just do this, and if I hit 1 out of every 70, I'm a winner. I'm like, all right. And then, because the line was at the door on both sides, deposit withdrawals and just straight betting. And then people are like, if anybody wants to use the kiosk, and then it was like, is anybody doing straight bettings? The whole sports book was parlay people. And I was like, oh my God, I got to open up a sports book just to do parlays. The parlay line was insane. Let me get back to the thing. Back to the chat. Western Kentucky going to pull through. Western Kentucky surprises me. Western Kentucky. I said, Western Kentucky is not a bad team. This is not a bad team, Western Kentucky. I mean, all right. They hurt us the other day. Okay. But they beat Alabama. This team can play a little ball. It's not a bad team. A little ugly cost us the other day. Mike, what the geolocating is terrible. Like my phone, I can pick up. I'm anywhere. It picks me up in Canada. I'm all over the place. All right, Orlando. Appreciate the kind words. Yep, it happens. No biggie. No, I know. Just one of those days. Show me what? What are you gonna show? Taylor Ham? Norfolk? What are you talking about? Show me your Taylor Ham. You send me Taylor Ham all day long. Bounce back tomorrow. Yeah, always. Listen, I come on here sometimes. I'm like, we win, we lose. Just like the whole day today, just being stuck up there in FanDuel and then traffic all over the freaking place. I'm like, come on with this nonsense. And then you load up games, and then the times are wrong, and I didn't even notice it for days. Which if I would have noticed it the first day, it could have been corrected on Monday, and the lines wouldn't really move much. And I was talking to Craig. He's like, well, a lot of people buy day of. I'm like, that's why I implore. I always say get a 3-day pass, get a weekly pass to somebody or a monthly pass because you get that. You get as soon as they're loaded up, you get the email notification. Here you go. I mean, I don't know. Call me crazy. If you could have had a game at 2 and the next thing you know it's at 4 or a total at 131, it's at 137. Where are you going to be? Would you rather tie up a couple bucks early to try to make some money when you see the line starting to move? There are always bounce back days. Brio Kelly. We don't worry about it. Just today it was like a whole conglomerate of things. Go out, then read the paper. We're supposed to get snow. Like, come on, snow. What's going on? It's April in a week. I'm going to, be in Atlantic City this weekend, next weekend. I really got to have snow. I bet with the goat is here. I made this. I made a parlay at 4 p.m. All right. It's parlays are different though. You want to, you're not putting nickels on a parlay. You're not diming up. I mean, maybe you are. Maybe you're diming up parlays. Okay, go with it. But I don't know. Just like I said, the whole day was just a cluster. Navarez is in the house. Mavs money line revenge spot. Everybody on the Clippers tonight. I'm on the Clippers, Mike. This Maverick team is not good. I don't care if they're sitting in second place or a game back of the Spurs. We're division leaders. I mean, it's a crap division. They're not a good team. Clippers need some wins. The Clipper team, just like the Lakers, these teams could be in trouble. The Jazz are a good team. Do we know if AD's coming back? If he's going to be anywhere near 100%? We've seen the Clippers crap the bed all over the place. I mean, they need to start winning. Bulls were up early. I thought, I don't have the scoring in front of me, but I had Wizards over, went under. Not a big fan of FanDuel Meadowlands. I remember going there when they first opened. I was with Tony K, who pops in here sometimes. Eagles, Falcons, that first Thursday night. Holy crow. Now, I don't know, New Jersey people tell you sometimes you get we got some rough areas around here. Some big, true gangsters. That I was waiting for a shootout. You can't have cats come in there with like 10, 20 grand, stack it up on the table. And then other guys, there's a lot of shit talking. I'm surprised no one was killed. Maybe they were. Maybe they skipped it on a thing. But they put metal detectors in. I go up there with my wife. We went up there strapped up. I'm like, we're carrying. Let's go. Going in here with freaking $15,000. People in the parking lots. Place is chaos. That's a little better now. At least they got the metal detector, so I don't feel that bad walking in. Walking out with the money is a problem. Yeah, I did. That's why I went up there. I was like, I'll give them $250, and I really don't use it. People tell you here on the show, go, and I'm like, I'm not a big app guy. I use them strictly for basically futures, and FanDuel never had one. So I went there. I said, okay, 250, 500, no problem. I got some tournament stuff I could do. I'll throw you a nickel, And then they're like, well, you never made a deposit, which I haven't. I'd gone up there and just thrown stuff out. Go buy some future tickets. So they gave you the $1,000 risk free. I said, no problem. Here you go. I'll take your 1,000 risk free. So I'll get my 1,000 risk free, and I get my 250 bonus in 72 hours. Whatever. Maybe I'll use it down in, AC. Be nice this weekend. They got the new FanDuel over at Bally's. I'm in Wild West right next door. Walk over there, 250. I mean, that'll be one play. Roll through that. Come on. We'll leave 12 messages bad. I want to hear the messages. I want people come in. If you win on your plays, come in and say that you won. I like it. I don't mind if you're against. What kind of world is that when everybody agrees on something? You have an opinion. You like a game. You like a side. You like a total. Stick with it. You like it. No problem. I don't mind. Somebody's going to win. Somebody's going to lose. Not going to win them all. I want to win about 54% of my games. I'll be happy. Not like I'm laying 280 fave and crazy things like that. So 54%, 55%, I'm making money hand over fist. Celtics. Chris Hester. Yep. Listen, we talk about the Celtics a lot on here. As I'm scrolling down a little bit of time here in the comments. That's why, in case I didn't get to yet. So Celtics, we've said in the past, this team, or I've said in the past, you guys type it up, but like they're just a ho-hum team right now. I can't bet bad teams. Like going in a tournament, I bet teams on losing streaks. Teams losing 3-4 in a row. Like team like Richmond playing like crap, but we do sometimes. Well, I bet the Celtics plus 300. All right. Hey, listen. I'm not a huge fan of live betting, but sometimes you see a number like that, you think it's the NBA. Everybody goes on a run, right? Everybody goes on a run. North Texas, everybody taking Purdue. The North Texas team, they're not really a good shooting team. It's stuff I think people overlook Purdue because you have Illinois, you have Michigan, Ohio State, Iowa, so people might not think about Purdue being a decent team. And I'm all for taking dogs. I love dogs. Round robins. There you go, Chris. Nice 3-teamers. Toledo. I know, Nico. I know, Ron. Here's the thing, though. We all come on, we talk about every game we lose. Every time I come in here, I feel like, what the heck? This team doesn't play for 2 halves. It's over. It's a new day. Western Kentucky, get it done. Tomorrow we got NIT games. We have 4 playing games. NBA, we got hockey. 16 games on Saturday in the NCAAs, plus more NIT action. Here, hockey, Edmonton Oilers. What's going on in there on the ice? Edmonton just getting underway, up 1-0 there, huh? All right. Hit the wrong window there. It's back to the chat. Hit the like button. Here we go. Here's the first highlight of the day. Hit the like. I appreciate the likes. The likes, the comments, and notification subscriptions. That's important, because that's why I know people are watching. I'm going to know. Yeah, well, I mean, people with a lot of money coming in there, you're going to have some crime, Why wouldn't there be crime? You got people walking in with thousands of dollars. It's how easy it is to clock somebody, knock him down, take his thing, jump in the car, and you got 5 different escapes routes out of there. So, now there's some troopers there, but come on, you get out of there in a quick hurry before they find you. Vegas Dave. Oh, yeah. Vegas Dave. There we go. Let's type that guy, Vegas Dave. How does he do it? Goat, how does he do it? Let's go. We bet 600 faves. We come back. We just double up the next day. You keep doubling and tripling your wager, and then your 10 unit play becomes 1,000 unit play, and you're 1 and 7, but yet you're up money. Can't go wrong. There you go. That's Twitter touting 101. Bulls. Go Drake. Gennaro. Vegas Dave is a flake. Nobody cares. Vegas Dave. Abilene Christian from Ashley. Oh, Abilene. You like a little Abilene there, Ashley? Sprinkle money line. I always say, if you're going to take a dog, you have to sprinkle the money line in, because why wouldn't you? You think they're going to be like, hey, I can't wait till they lose by this amount of points? No, you think that they got a shot. So if you take dogs, definitely sprinkle money lines in. Benoit took Toledo. Talk about this Monday, and they think cover. Yeah, I know. Benoit, you got to tell me. I rolled the $1,000, $950 free roll on it over at FanDuel today. Took it right in the keister there. Had the overnets Pacers. Yeah, well, I mean, come on, you got the net team with or with that guy, right? And Harden, he just facilitates, and the team just gets up and down the floor, left and right. And he figured, how what's his name do? LeVert. This is his first game versus his old team. Did he have a good game? I would have been inclined. I think I saw He had to go like over 18 points, I think was his prop today. He got 19. 18 and a half, this dude gets to 19. That would have been a tough one to lose. He got 17. Let's see. Chris Ester's on Ohio, Winthrop, Georgia Tech money lines. Hope they hit. And like the Georgia Tech seeding, really? You're the ACC champs, and yet North Carolina is ranked better than you. Florida State's ranked better than you. Team you beat. 37-14 for the Bulls in the second. I love the Clippers tonight. I kind of like the Clippers over the Mavs. That live bet on Boston, whoever had plus 300s, I don't think it's going to get there. Bro, how crap is Houston? They were like, I saw they were 12 today. I'm like, man, 12. Golden State's laying 12 on the road, and okay, they're going to bounce back a little bit. They got smacked up by the Lakers here. The game before, we were talking about them beating the Lakers, and they got their butts handed to them. And yet here they are, Houston again. I said I wanted to just fade away on these guys, but when the Hawks and Golden State are coming in laying almost double digits on the road, what the heck are these guys going to be getting when they go on the road, Houston? 15? 16 points? Yikes. Clippers are up. Denver's rolling along. Milwaukee, OT. Yeah, 6 point. Like that line didn't look shaky, right? We said yesterday, I said, how's, Philly look like crap? We had Philly in the over against the Knicks, and that wasn't good here. And then I'm like, how are they only getting 6 from Milwaukee? Somebody was like, Giannis going to have a monster game. I'm like, give me the Sixers and 6. Why is this? Looks wrong. Who's by 4? Of course they do. Yeah, Rockets are brutal. Anyone wants to win the picks, just ask me what my picks were for the NBA and go to the complete opposite. 3 or 4. Listen, that's, you'll have game days like that. Ranger game football game, 9-0. It's definitely old school Giants right there. That's like 85, 86 Giant game right there. 9-0. Curry got hurt tonight, huh? Of course he did. A guy who weighs $130. So maybe probably caught an elbow. 76ers covered. Absolutely, they covered. We liked them at the 6. We thought that was a joke line, the 6. Give me the Sixers after they scuttled by the Knicks, who are playing a back-to-back versus the Nets. And give me the Knicks all day tomorrow, playing against Orlando. Orlando's lost 8 in a row. Give me New York. I guess 2 straight losses, but playing good. They play these 2 good teams tight, so they get over a hump for crappy Magic, I think, tomorrow. All right, we'll talk. How about we do some bracket talk here? Unless you want to just do first 4. It's up to you guys and girls. What's on the agenda? Where's everybody tonight? 29 people, day before the tournament? Crazy. Ashley's on the grizzle tonight. It should be dead to you. Let it be dead to you, Ash, because tomorrow you have first 4, NIT, Friday, huge slate of college, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And then you get CBI right out of Florida. So plenty of college hoops to keep you going. Keep you going. Gloria in the house. Gloria. Janera wants a bracket talk. All right, let's go. Bust out the brackets here. Let's start in the West. And I got my wrong bracket. I got my bracket with lines in front of me, and not the one I filled out today for, somebody on Twitter. Obviously, someone from the chat or watches. They follow me on Twitter, gave me a message like, can we get your bracket? I'm like, all right, I'll fill out a bracket for you today. So here we go. Let me just lube up. Yeah, NBA. The bullshit. No, it's all right. We got college basketball. It's tournament time. Let's put NBA on the back burner. You want NBA, wait till the team's down 15, 20 early and put $10 on them at plus 300, whatever hell they're going to be, and come back at the end of the game. See who goes on a run. Okay, listen. For brackets, if you're filling out brackets like the whatever CBS, ESPN, Yahoo, all these brackets you got, obviously do like a double bracket if you can, because you don't want to be. And I always do it in one. It's like I'm just giving my dogs out. I'm calling first round upsets, Sweet 16 runs, this and that, and that crushes you. You go down. Your dog covers and you're happy, but then all of a sudden he's out and your bracket's busted up. So one, think about you have to pick a dog to win that. Not just like the trendy dog. Like I mean, let's be honest. Everybody's on Winthrop, right? Everybody loves Winthrop. Winthrop. Oh my God, Winthrop's a play. Well, I'm gonna take a Nova in my bracket. I mean, you have to think bracket wise. Be with people on games that they're probably going to be with. I would avoid the dog that everybody's talking about. And like again, I just see these channels. It's like, oh, what's the five? Who's the 12 upsetting the five this year? And even Twitter, I put on a thing. I was like, hey, newbie betters. I'm taking every 12 to beat a five in this tournament. And then like 2021's like, hey, live and learn. That's a loser. I'm just doing a bracket for a pool worth $5,000. All right, so listen, Blue. So obviously, it's unless you work in a sports book, you might have some square kind of people there. They're going to pencil in favorites. They're going to turn on all these sports shows and hear what people have to say. And then, people are all going to be on the same team. I can't listen. Norfolk Ash. I sort of like Norfolk a little bit, and I could see the number. I had App State when it first came out at a pick 'em. Now it's up to 3. Would I look to a little Norfolk there? Yeah, but I'd pick 'em 1 and 2. I could see App State winning. App State's a pretty good team, Appalachian State. We were on Norfolk a little bit tournament time. We had them a game. We talked about them. We had them into their championship game here, if I remember correctly. So, all right, let's just do this. So, yeah, avoid what everybody's going to be on, number one. And you got to pick the game that no one's going to be on, but only just that, one. You can't get crazy. Let's be honest. You're not going to have 13 seeds rolling up in the Final Four, 12 seeds. It doesn't happen that much. I don't even know what the current odds are on the Cardinals. I think it's $50. It's not going to crush your bankroll, Chris. Put it on it. If you like it, put it on. Again, I don't know what the early numbers are here, but why wouldn't you take a shot with them? I had them last year. I had a Kyler Murray MVP ticket and then to win the West. I put it in at probably like March Madness. I think I put in when I was down there. I went down like for conference tournaments. It was like the week before the world closed down. I think North. I'm not gonna. Yeah, actually, they definitely have a shot. Who? Who the heck is that? Go. Don't be throwing out a bunch of scammers in here, all right? Got no time for that nonsense. All right, here we go. So, obviously, the Gonzaga is going to be the choice here in the West, starting in the West. And then Missouri, Oklahoma will be on Mizzou, Creighton, Ohio, USC, Kansas, Oregon, and Iowa. We'll move on to Zags. Again, I'm going a little crazy here. Over Iowa. Ohio. Well, I'm saying Iowa. Ohio. And then next round, USC and Iowa. USC over Iowa. Iowa. I got my Iowas and Ohio's are next to each other. And for Zags USC, this is a team I think the Zags could have problems with. I did write USC first, but USC has to get here. So for me, this is I'm going to go out on a limb bracket here. I got Ohio and I got USC going probably further than a lot of people have. And the Ohio ones now, the line's down. I have it at 9.5. Now all of a sudden I got 6.5 somewhere or 7. Slow down or post them. Come on. I said bring a pencil. We're gonna go right down the bracket here. Ready? I don't know how to post a bracket. Maybe I'll take a picture and throw it on Twitter or something. I'll put in the Facebook thing here for the bracket. That'd probably be easier. Hey, the bracket's up. Don't bother me. Mwah. Who's laughing about Norfolk? I'm not. Oh, I think I'm one of the few on Syracuse. Yeah, you're definitely one of the few on Syracuse. I initially liked Syracuse, and then the more I thought about it, is like, everybody's gonna jump on Syracuse because it's like a Bayheim. It's they come out with that zone. But I just did a free pick for picks and parlays on that game, and I said, that zone is allowing 70 points a game. San Diego State's putting up allowing 60, and okay, you beat North Carolina, NC State, Clemson, last second loser there to Virginia, and then you're a 3-point dog here to Mountain West champs who have won 14 in a row, and they're a pretty solid squad. Play some defense. And they can play ugly basketball just like Syracuse can, but I think you have a little bias based into Syracuse because they're an ACC team. And really, you think everybody's on San Diego State? I disagree. I'm hearing a lot of Syracuse talk. I hear some more Syracuse than San Diego State. Then again, no, Ashley, I try to you have to avoid the talking heads. You can't be turning on all the your Fox Sports, your ESPN shows, and hear what everybody else got to say. Well, you got some help. You got somebody else with you on Syracuse. I see. Bayheim drain threes. I I don't know. I just try to again. We'll get to that bracket because that's a team I think people are gonna say Syracuse. So if you want to bring in a bracket, you're gonna have to pick one that no one else has. And I definitely did that in this first one here with those Zags, Mizzou, Creighton, Ohio, USC, Kansas, Oregon, Iowa, Zags in Iowa, with the Zags winning, USC, Iowa, Southern Cal on top, and then Zags in the Final Four. And then coming down to the East, Michigan, Bonnies, Colorado, FSU, UCLA, Texas, UConn, Alabama, Michigan versus Florida State winning, Texas, Bama, Texas winning, Texas in the Final Four versus Gonzaga, and Gonzaga doing it. And then out in the South, we got Baylor and North Carolina, Nova and Purdue, Texas Tech, Arkansas, Virginia Tech, Ohio State. Baylor advances over North Carolina against Purdue. I have Baylor over Purdue, Texas Tech and OSU, Ohio State. Baylor, Ohio State, with Baylor heading into the Final Four. And the Midwest, Illinois, Loyola Chicago, Oregon State, Oklahoma State, San Diego State, West Virginia, Rutgers and Houston, Illinois and Oklahoma State, West Virginia and Houston, Illinois and Houston, Illinois. And then I have Illinois over Gonzaga. Now, a little biased because I have Zags, Baylor, Illinois, and Loyola Chicago future tickets to win everything. Yes. Maybe because I got Texas to make the Sweet 16 and Final Four futures, perhaps. But I kind of like the draws either way, and that's where I'm along with those things. So I'll take a picture of this. I'll throw it in the Facebook group there for if anybody's in the Facebook or whatever, maybe on Twitter, wherever. I don't know where most people watch. I don't really get into the analytics to see where the views are coming from. And they won 14 in a row, San Diego State. Ashley, she is shots fired. I'll let the squares lay with the faves and lose their bankroll. Listen, Chris, it's not that I don't like dogs. It's just that in a bracket, if everybody's on your, like, who are the trendy dogs right now, right? Who's everybody talking about? What do you got? Ohio, right? Who else? U.S. Santa Barbara, UC Santa Barbara, Winthrop, Syracuse. We just talked about. I mean, you're going to have teams that people are going to, everybody's going to be on. So you're going to have to think opposite in some spots. And more importantly, you got to pick the one game. It's all right losing with everybody. If you think everybody's going to be on Winthrop, or you like Winthrop, I think everybody's going to be on Winthrop. And do I like them with the points? Yeah, I kind of like the points there, but and let's go. It's chalky. Well, it's chalky because one, the top teams have been that much better than everybody else. It's chalky because when your 8-point underdog, your 6-point underdog is within 2 or 3, and it's 5 minutes to go in the game, there's nobody in the arena for that adrenaline. Nobody's pulling for the dog. This is where a better team with a better athlete is going to be able to will themselves to a win, or if they have to even will themselves, or where the talent just separates themselves. There's no crazy rally. There's not barking fans on you. I think this is going to be a chalky year. And why? I mean, what have you seen out of Gonzaga, Illinois, Baylor that thinks that 2 of those teams won't be in the championship game? Hey, all right. K-State took it to them. They took it to them after they were off for 3 weeks, and they came out. They played Ohio State or Iowa State. They were all right. Kind of go through the motions there. K-State. I'll give them a little bit. I mean, this team last year at one point was 27-1. It's the same team with a better defense. Before the lockdown, this team's, I don't know. I think they're battle tested. They've lost games they should have won, and now here's their chance. Do I think North Carolina could give them a run? Yeah. North Carolina's crashed the boards. They got some size, they got some length, but Baylor's a pretty good team. Possibly, or Ohio State could get bounced themselves. They could get bounced by Virginia Tech, or Roberts is red hot. That game could be 86-80. Something's not going. It's easy to say, they're going to get bounced by that team. That team's got to get there first. They got to get by 2 other teams before they get over there. Oh yeah, bro. People probably do. They like what they saw. Look at this team. They were great. They were great in their tournament. I mean, I remember them losing 4 straight. They lost 4 straight. We're in a dogfight against Minnesota, who looked like absolute crap for the last 2 months. Needed overtime to beat Purdue. Was down huge. Battled back. Didn't even cover in overtime. So I mean, okay, they looked okay, but I could, you win some tight games. I mean, I think people see what they want to see, and I'm the same way. But then you got to dig a little bit. Absolutely. I mean, Houston. I mean, that team is just everybody on that team. It's like all AAC, first team defense. They shoot like they did against Cincinnati, and some of their. I mean, go look back. I did it when we talked about them in the championship game for the championship game against Cincinnati. I said, look at some of these scores they crushed teams. But they're shooting like they're shooting. I mean, who's their first? Cleveland State. That game could be 75-50. That game won't even be close. And then who they're gonna get? Probably Rutgers in the next round. I mean, Rutgers ain't faced nothing like that. What's the defense they see like that in the Big Ten? Is that a joke? No way. Maybe like a couple years ago, Michigan State, maybe a good defense. Nothing like this smothering unit. And then who they'll get down the road? Maybe West Virginia or Syracuse, San Diego State. Again, they'll smother these teams. They could smother teams, and they don't mind winning 50-45. I like USC, actually. I'm on them. They're, this team is down as they were. They still got, what, 18, 19 wins? I mean, they can play with Baylor. They got just as much talent as Baylor. They might have more talent than Baylor. They just have a crap season, Maybe. Arkansas, who's Arkansas got? They got to get, who they playing? Colgate in the first round? Beat Colgate first. I don't know. I think Gonzaga could have a problem. I mean, I think, if they face Missouri, Missouri give them a problem. Then after that, it's going to be whoever they get out of USC or Kansas or Iowa. I mean, the thing with the Gonzaga is they start out so good because they beat up all these teams and they play in a weak conference most of the time. I mean, sometimes BYU's okay. I mean, let's be honest, BYU's all right. But who do they play? And then they have an easy first round opponent. They get by second round, and then you know here comes Sweet 16, Final Eight, or Elite Eight, whatever you want to call it. And now you're playing good teams. Easiest path is by far is Gonzaga to get the easiest path. Easy path for Gonzaga. And they should have a little easy path. They're the number one overall, undefeated. Give them a little credit. And even in a bad year, they went undefeated. Nobody got sick. They didn't miss anybody. Come on, Nico. I mean, what are we gonna do? I like Toledo. I didn't get it done. It happens. Player props. You should have kept the player props together. Why would you throw a game prop in there? Player props pay off way better. I mean, you're taking a player prop. It's probably some crazy odds, and then you're gonna put a 2-point favorite or whatever Toledo closed at. I mean, and at that point, it's out of hand. It's up to 5. I mean, it was 1.5. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of teams come out that side because I don't think Michigan is. If you think Michigan is, that's one. You got Florida State, you got Texas, you got Alabama. Hell, Connecticut could go on a run. You don't know. Although I don't think Michigan's coming out. Michigan would be my last team to pick coming out of there. Maybe not the last team, but not in the top 5. Maybe top 4. Yeah, maybe I guess 4. Right away, got Texas, Alabama, Florida State all over them. Michigan's not getting out of that bracket. Arkansas gets the upset. Arkansas is going to upset Colgate. Is that what you're saying? Common sense. Exactly, Chris Hester. Texas Alabama game. USC's tough, and again, that's a team. The record doesn't show it. The play doesn't show it. That team's always talented. I mean, you get everybody out of LA. That's a good team. You're going to have guys who can play there, and they just can't beat themselves. Hey, Bama's going to have a battle in the second game if they get UConn. I mean, Maryland. I mean, I know like, oh, it's the Big Ten. Look at us. Maryland's not that good. Chris coming to my defense. No, listen. I feel bad for Nico. I mean, like, you go 4-1. You throw out some parlay. Probably has great odds with it because it was a player prop parlay, and then you get a dud. A team that was bet up. It was 2, went to 5, and then they lose by 10 outright. I mean, yeah, I'd be annoyed. I'm annoyed, and I just had them straight. So yeah, I'd be pissed off. I had them wrapped in a 5-teamer, and I'd have won 4 other ones. Yeah, I'd be freaking A pissed. I would be. Yeah, UConn solid. Oh, we're talking about schizophrenic teams. LSU is definitely one of them. Pros and cons tournament in one location. Well, I mean, it's not one location. It's playing in 4 different, arenas. I mean, the pros are that everybody's playing in the same kind of spot. I guess the Big Ten has a little bit of advantage since they played in some of these, played on some of these courts already. I mean, I don't really know if the cons are. I mean, listen, the con is that there's nobody there. Number one, so you're not getting fans really coming to these games, right? Well, what's the limits out here? How many people are coming to these games? Family members. It's not like when a team's playing out west and they're 50 miles from home, and sometimes you'd have one of these smaller schools, they don't got the bankroll to go, and the NCAA puts them somewhere near close. That's why this dog angle is I don't, I don't know. We're gonna see how it play. This is gonna be a weird year, man. So maybe it holds true and you get some upsets, or maybe it's gonna be a crazy chalk year because there's no crowd for the dogs to feed off of, no rushed plays and nervousness going on with people on top of you yelling and screaming. Stupid stuff happens. I mean, we've seen dogs do dog things. We've seen covers and outright wins and stuff like that. It's a whole different atmosphere. Yeah, I've been saying UCLA, Michael. Everybody's like Michigan State. I've thought Michigan State a long time. We talked about it on the show. Yeah, Michigan State. Come on, they're looking good. Wet the bed like a newborn baby. Back it in. Back it in, Sparty. Bruins. Move my bracket out of the way. Now I got to pull my bracket back up. I don't know why I put it away. We're talking about teams. I got to see all the matchups. What do we got here? OST to beat Tennessee. Well, I'm winning the Beavers for Oregon State. Again, Michael, if we're taking any kind of little dog, if you like the dog in the points, why not sprinkle money line in? You have to. It's the NCAA tournament. Points and money line. There's no other way to go. Michigan State's they just had a bad year all year. No matter where they play, they've been trucked at home and they've been trucked on the road. Yeah, I did that. I got a 50, 50 to win 45 on. That's why I put 950 on Toledo for my free play that I just pissed away $8,000 on. Florida State, listen, they'll go on a run here. Florida State will be in the Sweet 16. Just pencil it in. That's what they just do. They tease you. They look like crap, and next thing you know, they come out and destroy a couple mediocre teams, and you get all nice and excited about them, and then here comes the competition, and they lose. So perfect, Ashley. That's exactly what you do. That's a nice sprinkle. Get a little back on the money line. It's not hurting your bottom line if it loses. You hope to go 50-50 with the dogs. I mean, unless you take like 20 dogs, but then you're open. 50-50 is a stretch there, but you know what I mean. Yeah, this is I liked, I like Western Kentucky. We've talked about them before. I've had them several times, but they will go on a stretch with this offense, and you're like, what the hell? Come on, guys. And here we are, one of them right now, huh? 65-62 now. Come on, Hilltoppers. Fighting Illini. I told you. I posted on Twitter. Someone from Prop Swap. There was a ticket for. Let me see that. I gotta go back to Twitter and find it. Where was it? So it was a $60 ticket, 24 to 1. It sold 3 times, $93 on November 26th, and $112 on December 12th, and then for $200 the other day, and it was 60 to win 1440. So I posted my ticket. I said, give me some confidence on this baby, and it's $54.22 at plus 8,000 odds to win $4,391.82. So I'm high on the Illini. Yeah, I could say that about Syracuse. I did say that about Syracuse. That's all the time. But that's why I think we're getting the line is 3 instead of, say, 5. I mean, everybody's like, oh, it's Syracuse. Look at them. Did you see their last game? It was the last second shot. Oh, my God, what a game. Okay. We'll see what happens. Glory on, Western. Let's go, Basie. Get it done. Or Bassey. Let me not say that guy's name. It's pretty solid. I'd say about Western Kentucky. 3 straight CUSA State Championship games. Nada to show for it. So, do I blame the coach? Can we get a good win, coach, please? That's a good one there. 200 for 3,000. Worth it. Colgate plus 8 to upset Arkansas. Listen, they can score. We know that. But they scored against their conference. You know, how. I mean, Bama's going to want to run up and down. Do they have the wherewithal to withstand that? You know, because Bama's pretty good. So I like the over more than the points probably. Yeah, because I think Colgate's going to run out of gas. Like they. Orlando, then they'll come home. You can always come home. We got this, Orlando. We don't need no negativity in this place. Come on. Maintain discipline. Grind it out. Don't bet on tilt. One game at a time. Come on. The cliches are going to come out of the woodwork. Relax. You know. Glory's got to move out too. Everybody's moving out if Western Kentucky don't win. Oh my God. Another Tide guy versus for life. Roll Tide. Roll Tide. Here comes the elephant. I don't like. We got a lot of homeless people coming in if Western don't get it done. Western's winning, aren't they? They up? Who the hell is St. Mary's? St. Mary's has gone from their cushy home to Las Vegas, and now they're in Texas to face a tough Western Kentucky team. Probably after what's it? Gonzaga is probably one of the toughest teams these guys have faced. You know, St. Mary's. Hold on a second. Let me find something here. You know, like I said about Western, they beat Memphis, who's pretty decent on neutral court. Lost to Virginia 70-64 on a neutral. Beat Bama 73-71 on the road. You know. And then you have Mary's, who, you know, mentioned the same Memphis team basically a couple days later. Mary's lost to them 73-56. You know, and yet they're favored here on the road on neutral court. How is that possible? No way. Western Kentucky, come on. Just don't pull for Michael Ashley. Everybody's on Hilltoppers in this chat. We're all on Mary's. Or not on Mary's. What the hell am I saying? Western Kentucky. Blues on them too. I mean, there's got at least 5 people in here, right? Gloria's on them. Drake and UCLA are winners. Absolutely. They might kick you out today, but tomorrow you come back with 2 more winners. 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 2 more wi Dinner on me. There you go, Gloria. Took the over and it got there, right? What was it at? 120. I don't even know what the total was. I was just probably like 120 something. Go Hilltoppers, Sheriff. Yay, Hilltoppers. Hit already. All right, that's a good one. The game's not even over and you got a win in your pocket. Everybody's patiently waiting for Western Kentucky to end. 126 on that total, huh? All right. It gets there. We'll take it with time on the clock. That's always good when the total hits and there's still time remaining. Come on, Wiku, Western Kentucky. Mary's up too. What the heck's happening here? Dogs and cats living together. Perfect harmony. Total chaos. I got to pull up this live game here. So I'm dying to know what happens. I don't even know who this guy is, but I love him. Thanks, William. Is that going to the line with 3 seconds left? Is that what I'm watching on TV right now? Are you kidding me? All right. Largest wager I placed on a game? I had a 10 dime bet, 11,000 to win 10,000. It was West Virginia, Virginia back in like 90. I want to say probably around like 94, 95. And it was like 17, 10, 17, 17. It was looking good. And the next one I saw was like 41, 17. And I was trounced and I lost. It's terrible. Terrible. I was a loser. I had a loser. It's a 10 dime loser. That's it, bro. 10,000 a game. I mean, it's the largest wager. What the fuck? Talking 10,000. You know, how many 21-year-olds? You know, he's got 50 G's laying around at the time. I'm not betting 50, 100,000. What are you talking about? No, I'm a. That's it. 10,000. I'm not a fake guy coming here saying I bet 50, 100 grand a game. I don't do that. Not a. Nope. Average wise back. Most back then, up till I'm married, was probably all, you know, and they started having kids. You can't be throwing money like that around. You know, go ahead, bet $5,000 a game, and you have 17 college basketball games going on a Saturday. 25 games. You know. Oh, I thought you were making fun of me. I was like, what the heck are you talking about? It's like, but like, you know, that was a different time back then. Though, you know, you're young, you're careless. Let's be honest. You know, three grand, 4 or 5,000. Then you have, I don't know, 17 games going through the day, calling up degenerate style. You know, that was before apps. That's like 11:30. Call your plays in, come back at 3 o'clock for afternoon games, 7 o'clock for night games. How we doing? We up? We down? What's my number? Uh, 1,000 is a lot of money. People don't bet that. And even now, I threw the free dime on a game. You know, listen, my lately college basketball. Usually like nickels around. 1,500 on things I really like. My last big one was, I guess I had like 44 on the under the Super Bowl. Just you can't. If one you just I always say here, you can't just pick and choose. You know, and all of a sudden you have a big loser, and then your bankroll's squashed because 10 times. You got 10, 20 times your bankroll to go. Who starts the year? Football September rolls around. I got like 30, 35,000 ready to go. That's it. That's from September to September. That's the football bankroll. That's what it starts at. And then let's go. You get buried early. I can't. I'm coming back doubling up in September after a bad week. No, nope, nope. Nah, see, I think you're wrong there. You're wrong there. You don't have to bet 1,000 a game. No, not at all. No, 1,000 a game is a lot of money. You and go. Just what I tell people here: be happy with the day's pay. I mean, you got a game for 300 on it. Who's turning up? Who's turning down $300 a day? Who's turning down $100 a day for a month? Unless what do you want to make? If you're doing it for a living, I mean, I've been doing it for sites for 16, 17 years. I mean, most people just jump in and think you have a. I'm, you know what? I'm having a good month run here on Twitter. 3 weeks. I'm going tout. We're going to sell. Yeah. Okay. Good luck with that, son. You know, you got to come with a stack of money, be prepared. As much as you think, hey, I'm 14-4 the last 2 weeks. Look at this. I'm rolling. Okay. Get ready for that 4-27 slide that's coming. You lose 5 in a row. I'm going to double up. I'm going to double up. That's all right. We're not going to lose 3 in a row. It's like that's like the thing in the baseball. No way they lose 3 in a row. That's not happening. No way. What? Brady's only got to win by a touchdown. The line's 5.5. No way. He's beating these guys. Yeah, and then then they lose. Obviously that was early in the season when they lose like that, but definitely hard to do. Uh, Listen, $100 a game, you're not gonna do it. 3, 500. You make a couple of. Again, you're just gonna drop your job. I hope you have 150,000 banked up to go right off the bat if that's what you're doing. If you're quitting your job tomorrow, 100, 150 easy to start. Put away a year's rent. You know, knock all that off. But before you want to do that, have a year, put away money for food and living expenses, whatever you got to do, and then start with your bankroll. See what it's at. Exactly, ox 500 a day. I mean, dude, $100 a day is 3 grand a month. I don't know. I don't. Who's saying no to three grand a month? Who's saying no to $200 a week? That's what I don't understand. If someone would give you $25 every day, you would not say no to it. Who are you kidding? I say this all the time for new people in chat. Go and just walk up to random people on the street every day and give away $25. Who's doing that? Hector, what are you talking about? Did I miss something in here? What are you talking about in here? Western gets it done for us. Listen, 500 a day is great. You're going to move a nickel a day. You go 5-2 for the week. What do you think you're going 7? I mean, if you go 7-0, wonderful. But I say just for most people, it's a fun thing for them to do. I say be happy with a day's pay. Whatever you make a job, you should be happy making that. You should be happy making any profit if you have a regular job. Oh, thanks. I was like, I'm like, what the heck? This guy just came in out of nowhere. I'm like, whoa, what did I miss here? What do we got tomorrow? We're loving UCLA. Gloria. But again, the people's bankrolls and betting, everybody's got a different lot in life. Pious Warriors hater confirmed. uh, I just think they get too much love. Alex, and I say that. Oh, you're welcome, Gloria. I wish Seven. No, exactly, Chanel. I say if you make $15 a day, and as I said, like baseball season comes, and I'll go say 1 and 2 on it, the picks for baseball, and then you end up making $17 or $14 or whatever case we did because you go 1 2, but we had underdogs, so you made a little money, and then someone's going to complain. I'm like, what? You just found? I said, you're you're a person who's complaining about making $17, but that's not good enough for you. But you don't want to pay $5 a day for bets. I don't, like that's I don't understand. You have people who that's not a lot of money. It's only exactly, Alex. I mean, but people don't think of it that way because they want 7,300 at the end of the week. You know, but that's why they're off to their jobs and running around because they think it's some kind of track meet. It's not. You know, but everybody's looking for that. Like the guy at FanDuel today. $10 is to win 880. I do these every day. Okay, put 5 of those a day in, $50. Have fun. Maybe he'll hit one. Maybe he'll one out of every 20. Julian, I mean, your bankroll's got to be big. Like I said, you're going to just drop down, be a better. Uh, where do you live? What's your rent? What's your mortgage a month? You know, put that away. You know, out here that'd be about 30 grand a year just for a place to live in Jersey. So take that. You got 150,000. Take 30 and put it away for your mortgage. Take another. I don't know. If you're by yourself, dollar menu, value menu at fast food places and just eating pasta and soups, you can put away 20 grand for expenses. So if you got 100, figure 50s for living and 50s your bankroll. So try to make you know, I don't know. I'd start small. I'd try to grind out a nickel a week, 1,000 a week. You know, exactly. Parlay. I mean, hey, it's $10 to win 740. That's great. You do that 5 times, it's $50. You know, and you're 0 for 10 shooting at the moon. Like I said, I mean, maybe it might be a little better odd than a lottery ticket because someone could have a good game, but don't live. Yeah, Cali's expensive. Yeah, no. Hey, you got your expensive states, Yeah, Alex, I know. That's why I was worried about Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky almost had the same identical lead. Betting is a grind, absolutely. You know, that's why it's like, all right, lose today. That's why I tell you guys, I'm sitting here. I turn the game on here on the ESPN 3 on the computer. I'm like, let me catch the end of it. Everybody's talking about it, but I'm not watching that. Yes, the parlays are definitely for fun. Gloria did hit a big 16 yesterday. I'm headed to Texas, Julian. I'm coming down. Sold in Jersey. Now I could go to Vegas every other week. Straight bets are best. There you go. 110 odds. Aim for 55%. That's it. You only got to aim for 55. Try 54. 53 will put money in your pocket. Hey, Chris. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for everybody stopping in. I say that all the time. I appreciate everybody coming in, shooting the proverbial curse word. SMU over to 145 tomorrow. I like it. SMU could score a little bit. Who's that bracket? I got that bracket somewhere here. NIT bracket: Colorado, State, and Buffalo. Davidson, NC State, Boise, SMU, Memphis, Dayton, St. Louis, Mississippi State. We've seen a 2-seed Richmond move on. They'll face St. Louis, Mississippi State. And then we got Northern Kentucky, the 3-seed, taking care of business over the 2-seed. They'll face Mississippi La Tech. I kind of like a little Louisiana Tech tomorrow, people. What is it? The Arkansas Colgate game we talked about right out of the gate. We said to grab the over on Sunday night when these lines came out. We had 138. Actually, yeah. I don't even know what it is now. What's it up to now? I had 138. Team Faxon, thanks for your service. What were you in? What branch? No, they don't send 1099s. SMU or Boise? I'm liking SMU. SMU to get it done. 162 is the total? Let me get this Colgate game up. Colgate 158.5 when I saw it earlier. No, that's wrong. Why do I have 138.5? How is it 160 now? Did I write that wrong? Did I write it down wrong? These lines were coming up fast. You know what? I'm going to go to my Twitter feed to see what it is. Because I retweeted the lines when they're coming up from Circa. So hold on a second. Because now I'm like, are you kidding me? I didn't jump on this if it was at 140. Hold on, everybody. I'm not in the chat, so talks amongst yourselves, as they say. Where is it here? Yeah. I see a 156. What else we got here? Yeah, 156.5. Yeah, it's 156. It wasn't a 136. Okay, yeah, 156. So it's 156 on Sunday, 162 now. Yeah, would I loved a lot more 156? Absolutely. 161. Now, I mean, maybe you buy in at the under here. You see, I mean, it's 5 points off where it opened up from. Army. Hoorah, right? You got the Army, hoorah. My brother's a Marine. My brother-in-law's a Marine also. He was in Afghanistan. He's in Fallujah for a while too. On to the Mavs money line. All right. NC State tomorrow. Where is my NIT bracket? Oh, it's right next to my CBI bracket. I actually like Davidson tomorrow. Oh, hoorah. I'm sorry. That's good. I shouldn't know it. I'm not. That's like stolen valor if I start doing shit like that. I respect the service. Grizzlies, Jets, under in Vegas, over in the Blues. Too much going on. Ashley's got all the action going on tonight. I'm staying with the Clips too, Chris. Clippers. 66.59. Now's the time you go. This is where you buy live on the Clippers, I guess, down a couple buckets. Got on the ice going on right now. Calgary, Edmonton. Revenge game for Dallas. Alex, I really have no average. Dogs are underdogs. Absolutely, Chris. Yes. We say dogs. Dogs are underdog. A live dog is one you think is going to win outright, could steal a win. Average is, it varies, one or two during the week, sometimes during the year. I mean, college basketball Saturday, there's 120 games. I could easily have 10, 15, 20 games. College football, I could have 7 games. NFL, I could have 7 games. I could have 3 games. All right, common sense throwing out his thought here. 5 minutes left. Maybe go for a hedge. I get it. Sharks are winning. Which shark? Is it baby shark? Baby shark. Shark. Da, 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 da. No, don't put that in anybody's head. Baby shark. Oh, man. Who do I got on the ice tonight? I got under Kings, 5.5. Flyers over. Toledo is a loser. Western Kentucky. And we'll see what tomorrow brings. We need a nice little run. A lot of time I'll have a flat kind of number. Usually if it's just regular games, I'll do like $5, $300, 500 for the new people, but don't know when I say $3 or $5. Nickel would be 500. Dime would be 1,000. Oh, you're welcome, Christopher. I enjoy doing them. I like them. I felt bad missing it today. That's why I was all ramped up. I was ramped up from FanDuel. Then I ended up being late. Then blowing games. Then I had to reload a bunch of picks on the premium side of things. It was annoying. But no, I like doing the live shows. It's fun. I like it. I'm gonna like it even more in a month when I'm in my new house with, my little decorations by me. Feel more at home. I do like Drake. Actually, I had Drake +2, and then I lost them all here on the sites, or on just our site here. I had to reload it in a different number, but I still like Drake. Clippers +235 for your live bettors out there. Not me. Not doing it. I'm ready for tomorrow. Listen, folks, we're going to wrap this up. Tomorrow at noon, we'll be back. We'll talk about the best college games. I know people probably jump in about some NBA. But yeah, it all starts tomorrow. The real start of March Madness, I guess, with the 4 playing games. And if you're in the area, we'll be in Atlantic City. I'll be down there with Craig Trapp. Picks Parlays, same sister channel, Winning Free Picks. So if you're around, come say hello. But that's a wrap for tonight. Good seeing everybody. And listen, Alex, I try to give some insight. I try to help out a little bit. I know a lot of new people don't know or new to betting and terms and stuff like that. Unacceptable. I'm sorry, Orlando. It's one of those days. This could not deliver on Toledo. But yeah, anytime you have questions, listen, I say how it is here. You're gonna a lot of frauds out there, and especially now with everything's new, people are gonna try to take advantage. And again, I've been, like I said, 16 years. Been on 100 something sites, videos, and I don't, I do stuff for Winning Free Picks, but I've been on 100 something sites. I've been on ESPN Radio, Sirius Satellite, Yahoo Sports, iHeartRadio, Sports Byline, SBR channel. I did videos back in the day with SBR. I mean, I gotta lie, too many jokers out there, and I'm not some guy who bets $100,000 a game, and I don't. Well, you hear what I say. I'm not some guys coming here live betting everything and telling you it's mortal locks and stuff like that. It's not the way it is. It's a grind. We can tell you different. Okay, you have a nice little run. You can have a run. There's actually in the is it in the description? Hold on. I don't like going into the thing and posting the hype machine, but if somebody asks, I'll throw it out there. Can't beat that one right there, Alex. 3-day pass for $39. Can't beat it. I mean, the games are $44, $49. But yeah, listen, you always get win or lose, always the truth, people. That's what I say in the videos. I tell you to check out the leaderboards. I tell you other cappers who are doing good. I don't know. Most people don't do that. Been on this site a decade, just this site alone. Meet people in Vegas, meet people in Atlantic City. I meet people at the freaking hot dog place who recognize me. I mean, I'm a real person. Don't hide behind a crazy avatar on Twitter claiming 80% winners and nonsense like that, asking you for a cash app. All right, folks. Wrap this puppy up. I'll see everybody at lunchtime tomorrow. We'll talk some first 4. My notebook is down. Good night. Good luck. Sorry we didn't get Toledo, but Western came in for us, so